the floor is given to Volodymyr Babchenko, Director of System Solutions. I'm representing the Swiss-Ukrainian company System Solutions, which is on the market of Ukraine for more than 12 years. We'll talk about data acquisition, which is possible now in view of the martial law, and what are the methods of data acquisition, and why do we need to acquire 3D data, and how exact should be this data. If we look from the point of view of what data we collect for urban development documentation, so I must say that according to the resolution 926, there are limitations like blue lines, green lines, yellow lines, or red lines of development, which should be identified with modern capacity, because if we speak about blue lines, this should be 3D measurement, which is important. The green lines, it's the territory covered by vegetation. It's also important. Yellow lines, this could be something ruined, or the lines of building or development is also important when we speak about cities. So use of modern technologies can help us in this. So let's begin with exactness. If we need to do this work, we have to think how exact should it be done. Like modern methods like RTK network system, it consists of more than 280 stations, uses any systems of coordinates which are available. It is a very exact system in order to get such geospatial data. Looking at the level of exactness of this network, we are now testing this system. If, for example, the building was damaged, so we can monitor its movement with exactness up to 5 millimeters. And this system is installed on the roof, and then later you may, in a remote mode, identify the movements of this partially damaged building. Now I will tell you how to get quickly the data which may be later used for urban development documentation. I mean laser scanning. It also could be acquired in the automatic mode, but our current situation, the work was like this was done 6 years ago, before the war. A lot of work was done with this equipment, which is also is present at this conference. You may see it. It is really operational, and the use of this technology is very interesting because, first of all, it helps, it speeds up the works. If you need to scan facades of buildings on the street, so the speed could be from 40 to 80 kilometers per hour, and after that we may get data which later could be used for filling our geospatial database. Here you can see what a person sitting in the car can see. This system functions independently of the car itself, and after the field work has been completed and balanced, using the network of land stations, we may get a cloud of dots, and later this cloud of dots could be brought to into the system of coordinates, and this way we may get the data which we need for designing. These are the main benefits of use of 3D scanning. Its mobility, as well as opportunity to get panoramic photos, because there are cameras from all sides. This is a town of Irpin before the war, and you may see what trees over there. If you do it from aircraft or UAV, the trees will not allow you to see smaller details because they will be covered by trees. But with the laser scanner, you see everything which is under the trees. So, and especially now during the wartime, you cannot use UAVs everywhere. And here you see how, with the help of dots, you may see signs on the road, lines on the road, in order to model the transit through the city, and traffic signs which may be used in the city. And this is after the cloud of dots, we get these images which can be used for identifying territories. So in conclusion, you may use for cartographic materials 3D objects monitoring and passportization of facilities in the city. It's a cloud of dots. Cloud of dots. This is, for instance, Moscow Avenue in Kharkiv. Then the layers are worked out, and these layers are put one on another, and this way you build the Geoinformation system, which then gets attributive data on the objects which you can see over there. And all this could be done without leaving your office, and you can get it very quickly nowadays. Another example of data acquisition with the combined method using GNSS receivers if you need to do some local works, and using GNSS rover with the photo camera, and measure points using visual positioning. You may get a 3D model, and then do the work which you need. Images are processed immediately after capture, and you can. These are the new methods which can be applied now, and they are not very expensive. And that's it. Thank you, Volodymyr. And I would like to add that now discussions around the quality of urban development documentation is an interesting solution offered by System Solutions using the camera on the car. And the problem of different quality characteristics is raised. So any urban development should be based on at the moment based on the plan of red lines. And in my opinion, this is that scheme which should be presented with the best possible exactness, because this may lead to various property conflicts and so on. So in my opinion, this is a very good thing from the point of view of money efficiency and how to quickly create the foundation for red lines in the urban development documentation.